National Assembly passes 2025 appropriation bill for second reading. Federal governments resuscitate skills acquisition centers to develop more entrepreneurs.
So I want to assure you and assure all Nigerians that we will continue to renovate these skill centers to the standards that is required.
And Christmas comes early for Northern Christians as Nigeria's First Lady flags off distribution of food. Hello and welcome to the news desk at 6. On NTA News 24, we're live in Abuja. I am Dennis Adegunloye. We'll begin at the National Assembly, where the debates on the general principles of the 2025 budget's proposal depicted bipartisan optimism among lawmakers in the Red Chamber as the bill scaled second reading. Contributions from the debates on the 49.7 trillion proposal featured commendations on the proposed allocations to key sectors to meet expectations and address the concerns of citizens. The lawmakers promised scrutiny of the fiscal proposal as the bill was referred to the Committee on Appropriations for further legislative action to report back in 4 weeks. Meanwhile, reports from the House of Representatives says the Green Chambers also passed the 2025 appropriation bill of 49.7 trillion naira for second reading. The House has adjourned to Tuesday, 14th of January 2025 for the Christmas and New Year holidays. Stakeholders across specific sectors require engagements if Nigerians must enjoy the full benefits of the 2025 appropriation bill recently presented to the National Assembly by President Bola Tinubu. Thomas Ogbetere reports that this was the position of guests on Good Morning Nigeria, who believe that these engagements will ensure that policies and allocations are tailored to the needs of each sector.
The need for greater sector-specific engagement and accountability, particularly at the state and local government levels, is highly recommended by guests on Good Morning Nigeria. They highlight the importance of moderating the tax burden on corporate organizations and citizens to avoid economic strain while still ensuring the government meets its financial needs.
For November, we have seen it is 44.60. Is somehow manageable based on current macroeconomic realities. But however, what Dr. Muda is trying to portray about expectation of citizens.
Most of the government policies are seen as not being trickled out. That's why the expectations are always very high. And during budget presentations, the executive will come and present budget, and every person aligns because, well, we are popularizing the budget with this what we are doing. And the people are expecting, there's much expectation. But it's not out of place that people are expecting much from the government.
The guest pointed out the similarities between the 2024 and 2025 budgets, particularly in their focus on security, economic restoration, peace, hope, and infrastructure development. However, they stressed that 2025 should introduce distinct priorities to address evolving national challenges.
That's what you call macroeconomic stability. You know, that is very key. You know, it talks about how you ensure that inflation is low, how you ensure that interest rate is low. And all of these things have a lot to do with what is also happening on the fiscal side.
This infrastructure and security that you are seeing is meant to address that oil production level.
And they agreed that patriotism and collective responsibility were crucial for making the 2025 budget successful. However, they are emphatic on addressing issues such as illegal oil bunkering and insecurity as essential to ensuring the budget's effectiveness in contributing to long-term national prosperity. In Abuja, Thomas Ogbetere, NTA News.
And President Bola Tinubu has been commended for the 2025 budget proposal that he presented to a joint session of the National Assembly on Wednesday. The Renewed Hope Ambassadors Network, RHAN, described the proposal as a bold and visionary document that seeks to restore hope to Nigerians and guide the country towards sustainable growth and prosperity.
Through these efforts, the Asiwaju-led administration is not only addressing the immediate needs of the population, but also laying the groundwork for a better and more prosperous future for all Nigerians. And we call on all Nigerians to rally behind this noble vision for a better and brighter future.
Minister of Information and National Orientation Mohammed Idris has reassured Nigerians that President Tinubu's reforms, particularly in agriculture, are geared towards unlocking the nation's huge natural potentials and guaranteeing food security. This was at the annual Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria's annual lecture with the theme, Food Security in Nigeria, Which Way Forward? Salihu Abdullahi Guanaran reports.
Radio Nigeria, the country's famous radio station, in its 2024 annual lecture, adopted the ongoing reforms in the agricultural sector under the Tinubu administration as a point of reference, as experts provide comprehensive analysis of the challenges facing Nigeria's agricultural sector.
The importance of food and its security is an issue right in the front burner of governance the world over, especially in the last few years.
The journey towards food security cannot be undertaken by the government alone. It requires the active participation of all stakeholders, private sector actors, development partners, civil society organizations, and indeed every Nigerian.
Minister of Information and National Orientation Mohammed Idris acknowledged efforts by key stakeholders who are working to ensure the full realization of President Tinubu's bold and transformative step by creating a Ministry of Livestock Development, a strategic move he assured will fully harness the potential within the livestock sector and boost the nation's economic prosperity.
It is in that realization that